Does God still speak to us in dreams? Part 1, the Bible study. Last week at our Bible study we were asked, had we experienced any dream that may be of significance? At the study we had discovered differences in translations or readings of the scripture in the book of Daniel, which was all about dreams. It was this that brought back memory of one of my dreams and how it affected me. It was July 2013 that I had had a phone call from Bear Crown, my friend, who was my best man, and had been a great help to me when I first became a Christian. I hadn't heard from him for a long time. He shared with me that he'd been going through difficult times and had doubts and fears related to his standing before God, but had been restored to full assurance of salvation through a correct understanding of the doctrines of grace. It was shortly after this that I had my dream, which I will relate in a moment. My question is this: does God speak to us today by means of dreams or other events in our lives? So, to my dream. I was invited to a regularly held event, and presiding over the meeting was the pastor of a church that I had attended over 30 years ago. They were all evangelicals, a group of men, and there were quite a number in attendance, and the leader announced that he'd been to a meeting where consideration was being given to the question, have we an accurate copy and translation of the original scriptures today? We're informed that this was due to some recently discovered manuscripts dating back to the 4th century that differed from the Bible that we relied upon today. The suggestion was that any new attempt by Bible scholars to reconstruct an original New Testament text must be governed by a certain principle. That was that Bible students must rely upon the oldest manuscripts available and not copies of scriptures used by Christians throughout the ages. I felt alarmed at this, as I knew some old manuscripts differed from our Bibles today and were not to be relied upon. So I responded to the leader of the group and to those men present, stating that it was a wrong assumption to conclude that a 4th century manuscript containing sections of our Bible was the most accurate and faithful representation of the original. That was not necessarily so. I felt very concerned as this notion opened up a controversy that brought doubt on the reliability of the Bible and so threatened the gospel truths that I had received. I believed this was a serious mistake. Towards the end of the dream, I began to choke, not being able to sum up my comments, and I awoke. That's the end of the dream, 13th of July 2013. It was very real and very clear. When I awoke, I was concerned and felt compelled to write the dream down and forward it to my friend Barry, who'd recently contacted me, to express how the doctrines of grace were so very helpful to him in his time of doubt relating to his salvation. So that was a dream. There is more to share should you wish to explore it further.